Draven, the Eternal Praetor. For many, this boss represents the first major challenge in Warclast. While his ranged moveset is significantly easier to handle, we are committed to take him on melee. Let's discuss two broken hitboxes on Draven that further exacerbate the difficulty for melee players. First is Draven's sword projectile attack. He pulls back his blade, initially tracking players, and swipes it to launch several projectiles. The problem is that as soon as he begins to swipe, his whole body seems to be a dealing hitbox, not just the sword or the projectiles. In this frame he's charging, and in the next we are already hit. This issue is problematic because it distorts the experience for melee play. Second is Draven's quick attack. When at mid-range, Draven may decide to quickly slash with his blade. However, the attack cannot be rolled through or parried. Here are clips where we are getting hit through dodge rolls. Note the animation looks like a strike, not an AoE. We begin with Draven's first phase. His default melee option is a 2-strike combo. This can be rolled through, but we lose DPS time. It can be parried, but our stun meter is a precious resource. So we recommend instead, even for ranged players, to sidestep. First move counterclockwise to avoid the first strike, and then clockwise to avoid the second. Our primary strategy is to initially sidestep counterclockwise to Draven, even if we don't know what he's going to do. If he uses a default attack, then it must be the first strike in his combo, and we will follow up by sidestepping clockwise, anticipating the second strike. Draven may interrupt his combo to use one of two other attacks, his sword projectiles or forward slash. We are always on the lookout for his forward slash. The sword projectiles is something that we have time to respond to and doesn't demand an instantaneous reaction. Note, we are using spear throw simply because we can strafe while attacking. If we were to use spear stab, then we would sidestep, assess the situation, potentially attack, and repeat. After this HP threshold, Draven screams, signaling the start of the second phase. Ethereal souls will appear from the perimeter and slowly float towards Draven. If we touch them, then there's a chance for an armored minion to spawn. Instead, we will avoid touching them and let Draven suck them up. Here, Draven is using sword projectiles. There are many approaches to dodge this ability. We could sidestep between them if we are far away, we could roll them if we are medium distance, or we could roll into his sword if we are close by. But with the buckler, we can actually parry it. Now this is a dangerous maneuver and requires on-point positioning. If we were to just parry in front of him, we will very likely die. Move a little counterclockwise to position right here relative to the boss. Then aim parry towards the sword as he's swiping. If successful, we will light stun Draven out of the rest of the attack. Note, moving too much or too little counterclockwise will get us killed. I like to use his head as a point of reference. If you've got another visual cue, please let me know. My theory for what's happening is that we are avoiding the projectiles entirely and just parrying the sword swipe. Make sure you aren't touching the boss physically because of the bugged hitbox. Now, Draven is using his forward slash. He charges forwards towards you, doing a 4-hit combo. Notice the direction of the strikes. This is a fixed pattern, which we'll take advantage of later. There are many ways to dodge this, but for now, he's stuck in the tile. As his forward slash is on cooldown, we will bully the boss without worry. Draven is using quick attack. He only uses this attack when at a certain range from us. Because of the buggy hitbox, we recommend rolling counterclockwise and backwards. He's using forward slash again. Our default strategy of always initially moving counterclockwise is paying off. We avoided the first strike and can freely roll past him. Note to devs, we parried him here, but it didn't seem to register. Draven is using an AoE line attack. It's his ranged option that's available since we're in the second phase. He puts an ethereal line in front of him, dealing DOT, and spreads it outward. Make sure to move perpendicular from the line or get behind him to avoid most of the damage. Since Draven has absorbed 3 souls, he becomes enraged. All his attacks become amplified in speed and power. We look to bully Draven melee range and play out our strategy. For a safer approach, we could have kited him at range. Here Draven is using his sword projectiles in enraged mode. He uses sword projectiles back-to-back twice. This is his most deadly move. Here we took the riskiest approach. We rolled through him on the clockwise side. We get very lucky. We rolled late enough so that he did not track us, and we didn't get clipped by the second swing. We recommend parrying it if you're confident in your positioning. In the second phase, Athena periodically shows up to assist Draven. She spawns 4 successive AoE circles with increasing radius that detonate, dealing high AoE damage. We just get out of the way and play it safe from afar. When doing this, expect Draven to use his ranged options, either AoE line or sword projectile. Draven is using sword projectiles in enraged mode. We're far from him. Let's double dodge by disengaging, following it up with a roll.
My beloved Asinia.
It's doing the same thing, so let's double dodge again. Oops, by disengaging backwards, we get hit by the projectiles we tried to dodge. Next time, let's disengage to the side first. Okay, we see the sword projectiles. Learning from our mistake, let's disengage sideways and then roll. We complete the kill following this strategy. Note on our Huntress, we are 3 levels under, are using normal level 5 weapons, and only have a magic body armor equipped with life roll on it. We need a little extra stun threshold for parry shenanigans. We're also using cold infusion to chill the boss. This isn't necessary, but it does help us react.
Intrusion will, my beloved Asinia.
I am here, my beloved.
Intrusion will be punished. I am your master. You're my beloved Asinia.
I'm here, my beloved.
Need more time.
These spirits are mine! Asinia! The Eternals.
We are
Collection.
Here's the fight on our quarterstaff, where we're 2 levels under and not using any protective gear. We employ the same strategy, but between side steps, it's important to first determine if Draven is using forward slash or not. If he is, then we roll out of the way. If not, then we basic attack and sidestep. To dodge his enraged sword projectiles, we make sure to back up, roll through the first set, and use Frozen Locust to avoid the second set. Overall, Draven is a really fun boss fight. Using an armored shield probably makes the fight easier, as we can shield through projectiles. If you have any other strategies for avoiding the enraged sword projectiles, please let me know. As feedback for the devs, parrying bosses is extremely rewarding and fun. However, there is a constant fear factor. If the boss critically strikes us, then we get heavy stunned and possibly die. There is a passive note on the skill tree to prevent this. However, it would be nice if this feature were a part of parrying. Could it be that within the first, say, 0.5 seconds on using parry, we get plus 20% stun threshold and cannot be crit while parrying? Thematically, parry should have a component associated with it that rewards good times. Anyways, thank you for watching.
These spirits are mine! Your intrusion will be punished. Your soul is mine. Your meaning. I require your aid, Asinia. Your master. Cut down. Rend your soul. I will end your meaningless life, Asinia. Your intrusion will be punished. I require your aid, Asinia.
I am here, my beloved.
I will end your meaningless life. Asinia.
Request.
I will end your meaningless life. Your intrusion will, my beloved Asinia.
I answer your call, husband.
I am your master. My beloved Asinia.
I answer your call, husband.
Cut down. Cut down. Asinia, join me.
Here, my beloved.
I command you to me, Asinia. Your meaningless life ends now.
Here, my beloved.
Rend your soul. My beloved Asinia, rend your soul.
Your request.